Welcome to this edition of Modern Dallas TV. I'm Jeff Levine with moderndallas.net. This week we stop by a Santa Barbara home near White Rock Lake. We visit One Arts Plaza and a new gallery, JM Gallery, who has a current show with 3 women. And lastly, we go to Oak Cliff to a great store called Neighborhood, where they sell furniture, accessories, and they do design. Stay around for the art scene, the calendar, and enjoy the show. Experience LED at Lights Fantastic Pro, our sponsor on Modern Dallas TV. Lighting is changing at warp speed, and there's definitely an LED revolution going on. You'll see a curated selection of some of the coolest new LED fixtures from some of the best brands around the world. Visit their 12,000 square foot showroom minutes from the new Nebraska Furniture Mart in Louisville off the Sam Rayburn Tollway. Come see for yourself how lighting can enhance and change your next project. Modern Dallas Real Estate is here at 6934 Santa Barbara. I'm here with Jennifer Baldwin from Clay Staff & Company. Jennifer, this is a unique home. It's part of a development of 7. Tell us a little bit about this particular property and what's in store for the rest of it.
Okay, well this property is about 3,200 square feet. There are 4 bedrooms upstairs, and there's a study downstairs if you needed a 5th. 4 bathrooms. It's a high-end finish out, chef's kitchen, a hidden pantry behind this wall. Really cool details. Kind of brings a California modern to Dallas, yet with all of the great features of Lakewood schools and Sopak Trail.
You know, one of the interesting things is, obviously you've been involved in some other projects with Durham Builders. What are the kind of people that are buying these homes?
I think people assume that modern buyers are, you know, this is what they are, and whatever they have in their mind. But I have experienced for many years of selling modern homes that it is everything. It is the first-time buyer. It is the young couple that want something cool and have the newborn. And you wouldn't think that modern would have people that want their newborn running around. They think it's cold or too clean edges and they worry too much about it, but you see it all the time. People want something cool and unique.
Do you ever see empty nesters?
Oh, absolutely. I see a lot of empty nesters.
And where are they moving from?
Well, you know, I find that people move, if they see a home, especially the empty nesters where they don't have to worry about a school district or something like that that would cause them to have to be in a certain area, they will move for the home. And so if they see something they love, it doesn't matter if they were looking in Lakewood, they might move to North Dallas if it's something they fall in love with.
So it's basically destination.
It does, yes. And then the great thing about this one is a lot of the young families that don't have that luxury to just move to wherever the house is. They're in Lakewood Elementary, Lakewood Schools here, which is the coveted school district for this area.
It's a great home.
It is.
It's on a beautiful lot in a great part of town. Mm-hmm. And we appreciate you having us out here. We're at 6934 Santa Barbara.
Yes.
It's listed for $825,000.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You can contact Jennifer Baldwin at Clay Staff, or you can go to their website, claystaff.com, look at the listings, or you can come to our website at moderndallas.net and see them over there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Welcome to Mod Artist Gallery. In a recent editorial, art critic Todd Camplin from moderndallas.net wrote, Mod Artist Gallery is another space that breaks the mold of traditional galleries. This group space of artists has rotating shows, but also acts as a place where artists in the group can take collectors and talk to people one-on-one about their work. Stop by Mod Artist Gallery at 2514 Converse in the Dallas Design District, or visit us at moderndallas.com. Modern Dallas Art is here at One Arts Plaza, and we're in a unique space, JM Gallery. You would expect One Arts Plaza to have great galleries and shows, and they have a great selection of shows in the main lobby of One Arts Plaza. But this is a beautiful extension with a gallery, and I'm here with Michael Heinlein, who's one of the owners, as well as Jane Brandt, who's an owner, and your son, actually, Chris Heinlein, runs the gallery.
He's the director, yes.
Well,
and welcome. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you very much. Well, this is a great show. It's 3 women. How did you assemble this group?
Well, one of them actually, in my previous life, I was a professor at North Texas in the art school. And one of the artists used to be one of my graduate students. She got an MFA probably 20 years ago, I hate to admit, and some of her classes were with me, and I remembered how wonderful her work was then, and I had bought some of it 20 years ago. And I called her and asked her if she'd like to show with us, and she said yes. And she's Melanie Millar, and she has done the paintings here. And because of the subject matter of her paintings, we knew about an artist who does work that is very similar conceptually. And so what we wanted to do was pair those two up. And then I'd also met a woman who does fantastic sculpture, and we realized that her work would also look really good with those two. So we decided to put together a show of 3 extraordinary women.
Excellent. And it's interesting that you were part of UNT and you're a professor there. Tell us a little bit about this work, because this has got a different feel. It's very textured, it's silk.
It's silk, yes.
And it's got beautiful dimension. What is her process?
This is an artist named Sasha Baskin, who recently graduated from the Maryland Institute College of Art, MICA. And these are woven on a loom. They're hand woven on looms with silk and something that is called tencel, which is a very silk-like fabric. And what she does, it's a loom, and it's made with warps and wefts, and she has a photograph, and she looks at the photograph and then somehow is able, I can't even begin to understand how she's able to do it, but she's able to create these portraits in the silk all being essentially the same color, but the lines and the details all come from the differences in the height and the texture of that she creates with the warp and the weft. So she's taken the traditional craft of weaving and made these fine art, really intricate, beautiful portraits.
And they're spectacular. So on a different note, we obviously got this beautiful show. What was the impetus to open JM Gallery?
All right, as I mentioned, I used to be a professor at North Texas. I taught art history, medieval and Northern Renaissance art history. And at some point I decided that I had a midlife crisis and I needed to leave that. So I went to law school, and I've been practicing law for about 10 years after that, and felt like it was time to get back into the art world. I didn't really miss academics, but I missed being so much a part of the art world. And so I mentioned to my partner, Jane Brandt, the co-owner here, that it sure would be fun to open an art gallery. And I just kind of said it, not meaning it, but the next day I came in and she said, it certainly would, let's do it. And I said, uh-oh, she was serious. About a week and a half later, I finally got up the nerve to tell my wife that we were thinking about doing it. And we started making plans and bought some books to try to figure out what's involved. And my son, Christopher, was just graduating from MICA himself and decided, well, maybe he could be the director. I could keep my job and afford to run this, and we could have him help me fulfill my fantasy by being the director. And he luckily agreed to do it, and so we opened this up. And back in the art world, it's wonderful.
It's a wonderful, yeah, absolutely, especially in this area. Downtown,
it's so
One
exciting.
Arts Plaza, it all seems to tie together. One of the other great things that you're involved in is the Lunch and Learn series, which is once a month, I think on a Wednesday. Coming up
second Wednesday of every month. We at Thompson and Knight, Jane and I, and a nonprofit that we started called Arts Council Texas, are putting on a series of lectures for creatives that talk about the business of art. I mean, it's something that most artists haven't learned about in art school. They learn how to paint and they learn how to sculpt and do all kinds of wonderful things, but they haven't learned about contracts and how to work with galleries and what a copyright really is. And so we've been putting on a series of just kind of basic business and law things to help them kind of understand issues that they confront daily without even knowing it, so that at least they understand what is out there.
And this is not only for artists, general public can show up as well.
General public can show up, people that work in galleries, people that collect. I mean, we've given, one of the topics was collecting and issues that collectors have to deal with and think about.
And that's an important part of the process. Once you get over the initial purchase of art for art and start developing a collection, there is a whole back end to it.
There's a whole back end. I mean, you have to know why you're collecting and what you want to do with the work and how you protect it. And if you, I mean, there are lots of reasons to collect, and so there are different issues depending on why you have the work.
So JM Gallery, obviously has had some interesting shows, photographic shows, obviously this current show. What is the vision for the gallery?
Vision for the gallery. Well, what we want to do is, I think our mission statement is that we want to show visually compelling art that is also smart. So I want art that just captivates you, that you look at and you can't take your eyes off of. But I also want it to make you think. There has to be something also behind it. So those are the two things that we're looking for in terms of what we want to show. But we also want to be involved, like we were talking about with the Lunch and Learn, about teaching people and helping collectors realize, people that don't even know they're collectors, for instance, people realize it's not scary to come into a gallery. So we really want to touch the public in that kind of a way. So educate creatives, educate potential collectors, educate collectors. I want to be involved, like with Booker T. Washington across the street. I just became a member of their board, and I wanted to help work with their students and somehow get the gallery involved with that. So those are, I guess, our two missions.
Well, and you know what, I think overall, as a gallery and your involvement in the arts, it's an important part of this development and this process. We appreciate you taking the time. It's a great gallery, JM Gallery. It's in One Arts Plaza at 106 Ruth Street. Definitely stop by. The Lunch and Learn series is September the 9th on Wednesday from 12 to 1:30. The gallery's open. What are the hours?
Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 6. Friday and Saturday, 12 to 8.
Fantastic. Stop by. You can meet Chris. It's been a pleasure being in the gallery today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Modern Dallas Cool Spaces is in Bishop's Arts District, and stop by a store, neighborhood. Peeked in the window, and here I am with John Hosley.
How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming by.
Tell us what the impression is of people walking by the store and looking in and saying, what is neighborhood?
A lot of times we get asked that question, what is this and where am I? Well, we're a gallery, we're a furniture store, we're a design shop. We like to think of it more as like a museum shop, and that's sort of a space where we offer art, we offer handcrafted accessories, locally made things, things that we find unique and you can't find in other parts of Dallas.
And definitely have a great selection and variety.
Thank you.
What's your background?
So my wife and I, we started out in architecture and interior design. Nearly 10 years ago. We've moved away from that a little bit, but we still do a little bit of our practice out of the back of the space. So we started there, we slowly moved into something completely different, and now it is what it is. It's this unique space that we call neighborhood.
And it's a great space. Tell us about some of the lines that you represent here.
Yeah, so some of our favorite lines are furniture lines, EQ3, Gus Modern, Younger Furniture, all quality lines that really are great pieces that we can stand behind, that have great warranties, and they're just really well made. So that's one of our first and foremost things. We also focus on local Texas art. So any Texas artists, we love to see new work coming out of different parts of Texas, from Lubbock to Austin, Houston. And then some of our favorite local homeware lines. IMM Living out of Canada is a fantastic line, very similar to that Jonathan Adler look, but kind of a different take on it. We also sell lots of handmade cards and small gift items.
John, thanks for having us. It's a great space, definitely one of the cool spaces in town. It's located at 411 North Bishop Avenue, neighborhood. Stop by and say hi to John.
Anytime, we're always here.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
To wrap up this week in Modern Dallas TV on the art scene, the majority of galleries have their openings on September the 12th, which is next Saturday evening. If you'd like to receive Modern Dallas art news, go to our website, moderndallas.net, and sign up to receive our emails. On the calendar of events, on September the 8th, Preservation Dallas is looking for your support to save the Lakewood Theater. As well as on the 9th, we have the Lunch and Learn series by Thompson and Knight and the Arts Council from 12 to 1:30. Take a look at these events and more at moderndallas.net. And if you'd like to listen to our radio show, The Modernist, it'll be on KLIF 570 AM on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Or you can go to our website and see the show there, as well as Modern Dallas TV. And if you're in the market for a modern, mid-century modern, contemporary home, high-rise or loft, we simply have the finest moderns in Dallas. And finally, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.